Hey everybody, this is the Mad King Paradox S bringing you chapter 540 of Naruto entitled Madara's Strategy. The chapter starts off where it left off. Like I said in my previous video, sorry for the lack of uploading of the previous chapters. I'm just gonna start off with like a brief overview of what happened and then start this one. Last one was it started off where the last one ended, obviously, with Sakura in the medical tent, and Neji comes in, and they're pretty much discussing how about their enemies are invisible and they have to be vigilant. I almost said vigilant. I can't talk, but then soon after that conversation, it skips over to Itachi and Nagato, who we saw in the previous chapter, and they're can't talk, and they're just sitting around, and Nagato's like, why isn't Madara using your eye techniques yet? And Itachi is stating that at night the war becomes a staring battle, and they're just gonna be waiting until later. And then it skips back over to, I know this is very little detail, but I'm doing an overview. But then it skips over to Neji and Kiba, and Neji is collapsed on the ground, and Neji's like, I'm fine, I'll continue to do things, and Kiba's like, you're not in any condition to do anything. And then Neji is so exhausted that he is talking to Akamaru, thinking that he's Kiba. And Kiba is like, if you're not able to tell me apart from Akamaru, you're sure as hell not able to do anything now. Aren't you supposed to be the one with the eyesight? Then it skips over to Hinata and Shino. And Hinata is pretty much thinking about Naruto a little bit. And she's like, I need to work hard because everyone else is. And I don't think she said this, but she's pretty much thinking, oh, he's working hard, so I've got to too. You know, you can see it. You can see it written all over her face, but she didn't say it. But that brought up something. If Neji's with Kiba, then who's with Sakura? And we get that question answered right now because it skips back over to Neji and Sakura. And Neji's asking where Tauntaun is. And Sakura's like, oh, she's over in the next tent, but she's pretty beaten up, but she's still able to make hand signs. And Neji's like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, I just want to know where she was. Then he reaches into his backpack thing they wear. He's like, I think you should take a look at my arm. And he's pulling out a kunai. And Sakura beats the shit out of him. Just boom! Onto the floor. And then he transforms back into White Zetsu. Yes. He's like, how did you know? And Sakura's glaring at him like, because piglets don't have hands. And for those of you who don't know, Tauntaun is what's her name? Why can I never Tauntaun is Tsunade's pet pig. So, for those of you who have no idea what we're talking about. But she's basically then Zetsu basically why can't I talk today? I don't know. But basically Sakura has pretty much figured out what Zetsu is capable of doing, because at first she didn't get how he was able to sneak by because of just the transformation ability, because chakra is different between people, and they're like, we could have been able to determine that. So how'd you get in? And then they find out that during the battle that morning, whenever Zetsu would get a hold of somebody, he would drain them of their chakra. And you find out one of Zetsu's abilities, that when he absorbs someone's chakra and combines that with a transformation technique, he makes an almost perfect copy of that person, down to their chakra. So it's completely undetectable. And that's when Sakura finds out that, oh, that whole battle we did this morning was just leading up to this, where these white Zetsus are coming in and impersonating us. And I don't know if the black Zetsus can do this too, but the white Zetsus can. But two ninjas come in and they're like, what's wrong? And Sakura goes, handle this guy, I gotta go report this. Then it skips over to three other ninja, and two of them are pissing in the river. And one of them's like, what's this guy's name? Tetsu. Tetsu, you better drain your lizard now. We're taking out guard duty next. And then he's like, oh, I don't think you'll have to worry about that. Then he pulls out a kunai and assassinates both of them. And then it skips over to Shikaku in the place, I think it's the meeting room, where all the